Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. It's the 19th of July today. I'm fulfilling my obligation to do another presentation. What's coming up is an explanation of how Bhagavan works, God. We hear of God's speed. We're always saying, oh my God, and we forget, yes, actually that God is behind that. God's speed is how God works. He's creating time. So he has the ability to go in and manipulate and be everywhere at the same time. He's in the spiritual sky, which is described as something like the sun. He's also in the material manifestation absolutely everywhere concurrently. Concurrently, he is both. He is the master. He's the devil in the details. He's not the soulless corporation, although he is. It's just an example of how we need not be. To take the soulless corporation to its natural evolution, it becomes personified fear. Satan is fear personified. This is the negative reflection of the body we want to be building, which is the spiritual body of Vishnu. So if we can visualize the impregnation of the material egg with the spirit souls and the emulsification of those souls with the matter, coming to the point of God consciousness where we start to develop our spiritual bodies. In those bodies, in a natural sequence, start to form the body of Vishnu, which is the universal form. So we have different constitutional positions for different spirit souls, different self-realized souls in their spiritual bodies, forming the body of Vishnu, the transcendental spaceman, to take us back into the spiritual sky. I described that in the first presentation. There are different functions within the body of Vishnu as we form the universal form. We have the head, which is the Brahmana. We have the arms, which is the Kshatriya, the fighting class. We have the Vaishyas, which form the body, and the Sudras, which form the legs, the working class. They're all necessary to establish a functional model of Aryan civilization, Vedic culture. The movie industry comes up. All of the movies demonstrate to us how the control mechanisms are also paraphernalia to be used by a devotee to describe how God is guiding us. You know, we have demonic negative films, End of Days, where we get caught in a vicious loop, an endless cycle. That's describing a hellish condition. We have Nanny McPhee or Nanny McFay, who moves into a broken family and does voluntary work to bring structure and to offer her services into a family. As she arrives, she's got warts and scabs. As she surrenders and does service, she becomes radiant and beautiful. At a certain point, she leaves at the right moment and leaves a functional family behind. That's the responsibility of a saintly person, a selfless person. That's the model of how to act. The mass media, television, the news, Rupert Murdoch, stupid murder doctor, faulty thinking. It's people like this that I need to talk to. I tried to make an appointment with ABC Australia Broadcast Corporation with Lisa in Lismore. She was going to phone me back, she never did. I would like to speak to her. There's also ABC American Broadcast Corporation. These are the ABCs, the building block of a shifting consciousness. They've been given to us. The evolution of my relationship with ISKCON. I went there yesterday with unflinching faith. It was incredible to see how it panned out. I was literally frog walked out of there with the mafia escorting me out. It's just creation replicating itself. It's an example of how not to behave. I went to feed this machine, this body that's been given to me, which is not mine, it's God's, with prasadam from his temple. And I was basically again degraded for no reason. I've done no wrong. I'm in Krishna consciousness. I'm working for the boss. It's a good position. We should all aspire to that. Dovetail your senses. It's very simple. Bhakti Yoga, bhaktigodhead.com. It's a website to be used. Fulfilling my obligations. It's not easy. It should be apparent by now. I would like to interact with the people at the top, offer my services. It's an illusion. You're in the perfect positions to offer assistance. To be a devotee means to be able to medicate from the inside with the propaganda, not the goosey gander, the indoctrination. God is the doctor, I'm just the physician. To be a surgeon from the outside, to cut the knots of illusion. That's easy. I understand how God works. He's showing me. It's all unpacking. It's going to be my responsibility after the 28th of July to start reading from the Bhagavad Gita as it is. By then, hopefully, someone will come to my assistance, and I'll be able to upload it onto YouTube or BitChute or one of these platforms, so that it will be more widely available. So a lot of people need to hear what I've got to say. It's not for me. It's not me doing it. It's a cooperation. It's being a servant with the propaganda. not the goosey gander. Indoctrination. God is the guru from within and without. We're interacting with him all the time. We need to stop entangling ourselves further. Turn down the heat. Vaikuntha means absence of anxiety. There's an instant relief in the entanglement when you realize the truth. We need to move towards that consciousness. That's the whole point. It's an eternal journey. We need to take the first step. When we've got the cooperation of the Creator in our co-creation, he unlocks all of the technology, all of the information. It's actually all written into the Bhagavad Gita. It's a framework. All of the ancient traditions, the Aboriginal stories, the oral traditions. Krishna manifested all over the planet. You know, Africa, he's been busy everywhere. He's set the framework. We just need to pick it up, apply the new technology, which is the Vedic texts, and just dovetail with creation. What we resist persists. It need not be painful. It can be painless, free of anxiety for everyone. Everyone's counted. Everyone's known. Intimately. Far more intimately than we know ourselves. We have unlimited potential. Let's rise to the occasion. As Nassim Haramein says, crossing the event horizon, rise to the equation. It's good to watch these presentations. You can see it on YouTube. It gives you a model of creation. It's missing the personal aspect. That's Krishna, Krishna consciousness. It's very easy to impart these techniques. I've been granted the opportunity to be of service in that department. I'd love to do it. It's a journey. It's not a problem. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Checking out, love and respect to Prabhupada, Srila Narayan Maharaj, my Guru Devas. Namaste.